Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a makeup and hair tutorial. So I just thought I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to get myself kind of like a little bit glam, a little bit soft glam, and make myself feel a bit better. I don't know what makeup look this is. This is just, you know, a basic look. I'm so pale and it's so, that's the train. It is so weird doing my makeup really pale. Because like I never wear makeup pale, but there's a few new products in here that like not many of you would have seen. I've also got some extensions in. They're like cheap and they're like synthetic and everything. They're the Lullabelz 5-piece. I think they look so good for what they are. Yeah, they're just the 5 clip-in synthetic hair extensions, but I don't wear all 5 of them because my hair's so thick already. So yeah, that's what they look like. I have actually cut them and everything, probably made them look a little bit worse. They look a bit blunt and things, but that's because I cut them because I kept trying to curl them and that wasn't a good idea. But yeah, this is only like the second time I've worn them. But yeah, so I'm back with a hair and makeup tutorial. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So this is my skin just straight after doing my skincare, so I already had moisturised and cleansed. So here I'm just going to start by underlining my brows. So I actually got my eyebrows microbladed a few months ago. I haven't been able to get my top up because of lockdown, so that's why I still feel the need to draw them on a little bit. So here I'm just underlining where they naturally are and then doing the same over the top. And then I'm just going to feather the pencil through the brow, keeping them really natural and nothing too drastic. This has just kept it really simple and quick and easy for me to be able to do my brows. Honestly, getting them microbladed was like the best thing I've done. Throughout this you'll see I'll keep checking back in the mirror, checking like both eyebrows to see that they're even. Here I'm just doing the other eyebrow, literally same thing, combing them through, drawing them on. It's really quick and easy now. I'm just going to go in with a brow gel. This is the NYX Control Freak. I use this in like every video, so you'll probably have seen it before. I literally prefer it to any other brow gel I've ever used. I probably need to get a new one actually. But even though I've had them microbladed, I still feel the need to underline them, carve them out. So I'm just using the Conceal and Define by Makeup Revolution in the shade C2 on a flat concealer brush and just cleaning them up. Yeah, I wouldn't feel the need to do this if I hadn't drawn them on, but obviously sometimes when you draw them on it can almost smudge them a little bit. So yeah, just tidying them up, cleaning them up, making sure they're even with the concealer, and then I'll use that same concealer just to put over my eyelids. Just singing here, you know me. So I'm now just spreading that concealer across the eyelids, using the same amount. I haven't put any more product on my brush, and then here I've taken a little bit more product and just putting this over the eyelid. Even though I am going to do my base before doing my eyes, I don't really like to put the foundation on my eyelids, so I prefer to put concealer and then just blending this in with a beauty blender. Obviously just adding a bit of Carmex because we've got to hydrate them lips before putting lipstick on them later on, but I prefer to do this right at the beginning to give it time to sink in. So for the primer I'm going in with 2. So the first one is this Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called like Wonder Glow, Wonder. I'll put all the products in the description box, but this just gives the most gorgeous base. I wouldn't say it smooths out too much, like you'll see in this, it just gives you such a nice glow, and every time I use this under my makeup it always looks stunning. And I am actually using a new foundation today which is more of a matte finish, so I wanted a bit of more of a glowy base. And then I'm using the e.l.f. Pore minimising putty. You can tell I haven't done makeup in ages, I can't remember what anything's called. And I've just put this in the areas where my pores are the largest, so in the T-zone, and spreading this out. And then for foundation I'm using the new Nars foundation. So it's the matte, oh god, I actually can't remember what anything's called. It'll all be in the description box. But it's more of a mattifying finish and it's meant to be a bit more full coverage, but I only did a real light layer because I didn't want too much of a full coverage, and this is definitely a buildable foundation. It's slightly too dark for me at the moment because obviously I'm not tanning, and that is why I got it, because I'm not tanning, but I wasn't this pale when I got it. I probably should have got a bit of a darker shade because I do normally fake tan, but I'm then taking a flatter concealer brush and actually going around my eyebrows just to tidy them up a bit more with that same foundation. Not too much more product, literally just basically carving out the top of my brows to make them a bit more sleek. And then just going over with this brush. So I forgot to say, this is a peaches and cream brush. I've been loving them. It's just like a domed foundation brush. As you can see, the colour difference, so I'm making sure that I blend it down my neck. But yeah, I definitely recommend these peaches and cream brushes. I think I got this for like £4 off Pretty Little Thing, so they're really good. But as you can see, the foundation, it's a matte finish, but it doesn't look too dull, like there's still a bit of a glow to it. So I'm now just going to cream contour with the LA Girl concealer in Beautiful Bronze. So just doing this on my cheekbones, forehead, down the bridge of my nose, under my lip and my jawline. I also like to place this on my eyes, just to add a bit of a natural contour to the face, so it's almost a bit like an eyeshadow base. But when I blend all of this out, I like to start with the area that I want to be the blended the most. So for example, I'm starting here on my jaw because I want that to be blended out and the product to be dispersed the most. And I leave like my eyes and cheek, that kind of thing, where you want the product to kind of remain where it is and not be blended too much. So you can see I did the jaw, now I'm doing the cheekbones, then I'll do under my lip, nose, and then finally the eyes. With the under my lips and the nose, I used a slightly denser brush, and then to blend out the eyes, I'm using a fluffy brush. I think this one is from Morphe. I'm then going to do my concealer. So again, not using too much product, so I'm just putting this under the eyes, on the centre of my face, so the nose, forehead, round by my nose I get quite redness, so let's put it there. And then I'm actually kind of defining my cheekbones by putting it across my lip, not my lips, like to the side of my lips and my chin. And then taking a kind of like really small buffer brush, and again I'm starting at the place where I want the product to be dispersed the most. So the place I normally do last is under my eyes, because you want the product to stay quite concentrated there. So as you can see now, I'm just going under my eyes, tapping it in and making sure I'm not blending it out too much, because otherwise what was the point of doing the contour if I'm just going to put the concealer all over the top of it. And then once I've done this, I'm just going in with a beauty blender and kind of going under my eyes first, but then going to blend out around my whole face to make sure everything's blended together and to get the most seamless blend that I can. When I do this, I like to keep the beauty blender like in my contours. I'm now going in with the RCMA No Colour Powder, and I love this, honestly. I don't like using my Laura Mercier all the time, which is my favourite. So this is a good daily powder. So I'm keeping it quite packed on under the eyes, because I'm now going to move on to do my eyeshadow, and it just means that if there's any fallout, the powder can like help to wipe it away. So going in with the Anastasia Soft Glam palette and the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm just using another Morphe big fluffy blending brush and just going over and defining even more where we had that contour. I'm doing a really simple eye look today, like really basic. And then I'm taking the Anastasia, I think it's the number 7 brush, and spraying that with my MAC Fix Plus, and taking this dark brown shade in the same Soft Glam palette just to create a liner. I love using browns for liners because I just think it looks so much softer. And then as you can see, I'm kind of following where I'd already done that eyeshadow and just creating a really small wing. Where you've added the MAC Fix Plus, it does make it more of a liner consistency rather than powder, so you are going to get less of a fallout. But as you can see, I'm just constantly checking to see what it looks like, and then doing the other eye following the natural line of where the eyeshadow already is. And this is a really simple little wing, but I like adding it when you're doing trying to be a little bit more glam than just your daily. And I only bring that into about halfway, and then do really light little line to the inner corner. So they were just the lashes I'm using. I don't actually know what style they are because it doesn't say on the box, but they're from KK Beauty. Then I curl my lashes and using this Maybelline mascara just whilst my lashes the glue is drying. So I use the Ardell glue, the black one. So as you can see here, I'm just blowing the lashes, then sticking them on. Where you've let the glue dry a little bit, it does mean that the lashes normally stick a little bit easier. So as you can see, the lashes are nice and fluttery. So I'm just wiping away that powder now, and using a Real Technique brush to do that. I can't speak. And then I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush and going under my contour. Now I'm using the Hoola bronzer and another Peaches and Cream bronzer brush, and I'm just going over where I'm feeling very pale. I wanted to add a bit. So this is the Hoola bronzer caramel shade, so the darker shade. Honestly, I hate being pale, so I was like, right, let's bronze this up. I didn't want to use a darker foundation though and then have to blend it out and not match my colour, so that's why I'm deciding to bronze up instead. And I'm just putting that in the same places as I did the contour. Then taking a Sigma blusher. This blusher is so stunning because it is pinky, but it's quite natural. So as you can see, I'm just adding that to the apples of my cheeks and the high points. Honestly, I love it. And then I do put a little bit on the bridge of my nose as well, and then taking that same bronzer brush with no extra product and just blending that out a little bit more. I then, what did I do next? Sung apparently. And put some of that powder that was left on that brush just down the bridge of my nose, and again kind of tidying up under that contour so I've got a sharp contour line. And then I'm just taking an eyelash applicator and just pinching my eyelashes together so that they're as close to the lash line as possible. This just makes them look a bit more, not natural, because they're clearly not natural. But then just putting some of that bronzer under my eyes and adding a little bit of mascara as well, just to bring the whole eye look together so that I don't look bald underneath my eyes. I just keep singing, don't I? And then I'm just blending everything out with my beauty blender before I apply my setting spray so that it's literally all blended, everything's as seamless as it can be. So I was very excited to use this. It's the new Charlotte Tilbury, it's not new anymore actually, setting spray, but I'd never used it before. I have to admit I did love it. As you can see, I'm then again blending in with a beauty blender, but I love, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I always do this, blending in my setting spray with a beauty blender because it just makes everything last a lot longer and look so much more seamless. Then taking this Morphe lip liner in Sweet Tea, this is honestly my favourite lip liner, and just slightly overlining my lips. And then I actually blend this in like to my lips, so add a little bit to the outer part so that the lipstick blends in nicely. It's such a nice shade though. When I'm tanned it doesn't look this dark. But yeah, using the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in, I think it's like Nude Kate, and then adding a Barry M plumping lip gloss over the top. If you see me wearing a lip gloss, it's most likely going to be plumping because I want my lips to look juicy. But that's the end of the makeup. So you can see the makeup there. It's now time to fix up my egghead hair. So as you can see, I've had it in a bun, so it was all nice and wild. So I'm just taking this heat protectant. It's just an argan oil one. Argan oil, Moroccan oil, one of them, and just spraying this over my whole hair. I do use oil after I've washed my hair, so it should have had like some protection, but I prefer to do as much as I can. So now I'm just going to section off my hair so that I can straighten it. My straighteners are so long, I literally need a new pair, so if anyone can recommend some straighteners to me, please let me know, preferably some that like prevent damage as much as you can. I'm just brushing through my hair with my Tangle Teaser, and then I'll use a paddle brush as I go along with my straighteners. It's literally nothing special, like I'll just make sure the top's straightened a little bit more, and then I'll take it all the way down and almost try and like tuck the ends in so that it's not completely flat. If I was to wash and blow dry my hair would actually be dead straight near enough, but where I've had it in a bun and things, it's not. But as you can see, literally nothing special to straightening my hair. I'm just kind of, I don't know if you could see that I was kind of curling it at the bottom, but then to add a little bit more of a curl, I just put a roller in the bottom and literally just left it in the bottom quarter. Didn't even bother clipping it because I just wanted that little bit more of a tuck under. I sectioned my hair into 3 pieces, so this is the next section, wrapping it up, putting in a scrunchie, and then literally just gonna straighten it as normal. I think the rollers, I'm pretty sure, fall out in a minute, so that was annoying. As you can see, they're just stuck under me. But again, brushing it through, taking the paddle brush to try and keep it as smooth as possible, and tucking the hair under at the bottom. It's annoying, you can't really see, but oh look, suddenly it's all done. And then for my fringe, I just straighten it and tuck it under. There was that one long piece that really bugged me. And then put it in a roller. I actually cut my bangs myself the other day and they look awful, so let's just ignore them. Definitely need to go see a hairdresser. Then my favourite hair oil is the Lullabelz number 7. I literally love it. Just taking a few drops of this in the palm of my hand, running it through my hair, and it keeps it so smooth and shiny, and the condition of my hair is ridiculous. Like, it's so good. Well, compared to what it was. And then I'm actually going to put these Lullabelz extensions in. I've only actually worn them once before, but I just thought, why not? So they're the 5 set clip-ins in the I can't remember what shade they are, but I'll put it down below. And so I just take the 3 clip and put this in the bottom section, and I don't actually use the 5 clip because my hair's so thick already, it's just too heavy. So that is the 3 clip in. The colour match is so good. I also did cut these myself, and so they look very blunt and weird at the bottom. Again, my fault. These are synthetic as well, by the way, they're not real hair. And then for the next section I used the 4 clip ins and put them in. I'm really not a pro at doing these, they probably don't look great, and realise that. I've literally only put them in like once before, but I actually just love having long hair. And then I take, so kind of where the arch of my eyebrow is, I'll take my hair back there to do the 2 clip extension. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more sectioned off neatly, but yeah, taking the 2 clip and putting this in. Honestly, I'm probably, if you know how to put these in better, please comment down below. But yeah, just doing the same on the other side, because I realised, like you'll see in a minute, I'm not the best at putting them in, and cutting them was probably a silly idea. It's basically where I kept trying to curl them, because these are the straight ones, and I kept trying to curl them and it kind of like ruined them a little bit. Oops. But I got them in the Black Friday sale and they weren't that expensive. So that's them all round to the front. You can tell they're synthetic when I do this because the quality doesn't look as good, but can you see how blunt they are where I've tried to cut them? They do look a bit better in a minute. But I'm just going to take my fringe out the roller. Oh god, my bangs. Honestly, don't cut your own bangs. Look at them. Yeah, that was a mistake, but nothing I can do about that now. But yeah, there you can see the hair, you can see the bluntness, but yeah. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to press the bell button so that you can get notified every time I post a video. It would mean a lot. And like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my content and if you enjoyed it. But I hope you all have a lovely weekend, whenever I post this. Oh. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video.